Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy, Mark, and me. You know, there was a movie that came out a while back, I think 2015, that we covered on the podcast. I think we covered a re-release of it or something.
No, we just saw it.
Sequel. It was just a movie that we saw.
There were two.
It's like a classic Indian epic film, and I think it was one of the movies that sort of triggered this channel, you know, our Cinemondo's interest in Indian films.
Yeah, we got a lot of requests for it, and I can see why, because when people ask me what Indian movies I watch, this is one.
Yeah,
it's always this one, and you know, Rajamouli is just a special director.
Yeah,
incredibly talented.
Yeah,
so visionary, so amazing, and like to me, he brings that huge, big, epic, big budget looking thing to Telugu cinema. And that is what I think is very accessible for American audiences and Western audiences, that this thing looks gorgeous. The acting is amazing. It's just magical. This movie is magical.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like it's still one of the best Indian films I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. I feel that way too. It's like it really is
both of them.
Dreamy.
Two of the best.
A dreamlike film for me. It makes me feel like I'm watching a dream that's brought to life, because there's things in it that are, you know, folklore, history and things like that, but you really get a sense by the way it's filmed that you're in this world. You're not like there's nothing that pulls you out of the fantasy of it. And I use the word fantasy in terms of it being not like our day-to-day reality that we all experience. It's a different world, and that's so hard to do. It's so hard to pull that off without making it seem stagey and fakey and kind of special effecty and all that.
So good. And it's Prabhas.
It's really fun.
He was just
really
a young
beautiful
lad.
movie.
It's like Prabhas. He's still like one of the biggest actors in Indian cinema. This is just an epic. And the reason I keep getting confused is like there are two films. One's a sequel, Baahubali 1, Baahubali 2. And now, lucky us, they are re-releasing it as one big movie. That is almost 5 hours.
With unseen footage, apparently, and enhanced special effects. So it's sort of like the special edition.
Yes. Yeah, I still think about that beautiful scene in Baahubali 2 of the ship going through the clouds and having the big landing in there. Oh my God. Amazing.
Yes.
Rajamouli, of course, did RRR, which was sort of like this, you know, it really sort of exploded and became this worldwide phenomenon. And Hollywood was sort of talking about it. Right. Exactly. Oscars. And he's sort of like this Spielbergian filmmaker that he sort of, the world is you know, you're just wowed by what he's showing you.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know, you're sort of like mouth agape kind of a stuff. So right now we're getting two films together, total 5 hours. So you're going to really be immersed in this world when you see it on the big screen, you know?
Yeah.
And that's
I like long films. I think a lot of people look at long movies and they say, oh, that's so long, I'm not going to be able to, but I love it. I feel like sometimes when I see a really long epic film, and this is literally, the re-release is literally called Baahubali the Epic.
It is.
And when you go watch it, you're going to get that feeling, I'll bet you, when you sit in the theater and watch it, where you feel like you have visited another world.
Yes, let's do it.
Another reality. And then when you leave the theater, you're like, oh, okay, now I'm back in my town, you know.
It's also a chance screen, because I only saw it I think on Netflix or something. So to see this on the big screen will be amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. And this is a US trailer, IMAX US trailer. It means it will be here.
Good.
Yes.
Good. And it might have an intermission, because a lot of longer Indian films do have an intermission, and maybe they'll actually keep it, you know, as opposed to just going right to the second part. But we'll see.
Well, yeah, I love when they say intermission and then the screen goes blank for like 5 seconds. It's bad. Hey, that was not an intermission, you guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. I'm very excited to see how this
goes. Okay. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, everybody quiet. Hold the work.
I have that shirt.
నేనెప్పుడు చూడని కళ్ళు నన్ను దేవుళ్ళ చూస్తున్నాయి. నేను ఎవరిని?
మా దేవుడు అమరేంద్ర బాహుబలి రక్తాని వినువు.
నా ఇద్దరు బిడ్డలకి ఈ సింహాసనంపై సమాన హక్కుంది. పెరిగి పెద్దయ్యాక ఎవరు మహావీరుడవుతారో, ఎవరు దేశ ప్రజల మన్నన పొందుతారో వారే మహారాజు అవుతారు.
బాహుబలి నేను చూశాను. చచ్చిన వాడు ఎలా వస్తాడ్రా?
మన గుండె ధైర్యం కన్నా శత్రు బలగం పెద్దది అనుకోవడం మరణం. ఆ మరణాన్ని జయించడానికి నేను వెళ్తున్నాను.
First show. Oh my God,
right.
that brings back so many good memories, so many great scenes in those movies. Oh my God.
It's like constant barrage of cool stuff, like set pieces and just every shot is beautiful. It's like there's nothing in there that's kind of cheesy or like is good enough, let's just go with that. Everything is just spotlessly shot and framed, and the composition and the
and the fact that it's remastered, it's also interesting. Recut. I'm wondering if they, instead of just plopping the second film after the first, I wonder if they
say they've added scenes,
but I wonder, recutting, does that mean they're sort of changing?
It'll be a little more streamlined, not just like two movies stuck together. You could be right. That would make sense.
I don't know.
What's interesting about it too is that like they made this look like it's one big war scene in a way. It's like really the first movie is sort of like his origin story where he's just this peasant or whatever. He's just like this little guy. His dream was to climb this huge mountain. You saw a couple scenes of that, and it's all very ground level. Like it's mostly him coming into knowing who he is. The Baahubali, the sort of corrupt leadership that was happening, and all of that. So it starts off small and beautiful and like him trying to find himself, and then all of a sudden it becomes the big epic. The second one was the big epic,
right?
Lots of a lot of the scenes they showed were those big battle scenes from the second one.
Yes,
it's also amazing. But I love that the two movies have very different feels, so it's not just one big blah. It starts off very you get to know this guy, you get to feel see all the relationships, and
it's like the origin part.
Oh, and I love the woman who plays the queen. I think the Ramya Krishna. She's so great in this because like she's like the female leader, and she's just kind of always lounging, going right. Like she's just always like so like chill about her hanging around doing that. Love it. It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks intense. It looks wild. It looks beautifully shot, and I think, like I say about these sort of overwhelming Indian epics that we see occasionally, it's almost too much for me sometimes. I feel like I'm just it's like, but what it really is I think the people who make these films, and you have to assume that it's literally every person on the crew, not just the director, not just the writer or the actors, but everybody involved in this thing is at the top of their game. You're not involved in making a film like this if you're doing half-assed work. You're doing everything in this. I mean, when you look at like freeze frame and look at one of those arrows that's flying through the air, and it's beautifully designed. Every sword, every knife, every piece of armor, every helmet, and the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, the design, the production design, the props,
the
background.
cloud.
The background extra direction, you got to deal with that. I know a lot of it's digital. There's a lot of digital stuff, but it's done in a way that isn't digitally. It's not like uncanny. It looks, because we're already in this enhanced world. We're not in our regular day-to-day street life. That we go out and walk down the avenue. This is a different world. This is a world we don't live in. And they have to build that world, the whole thing, everything.
Yep.
You can't go out to the store and buy arrows and use those. You have to make those arrows, every one of them. And even
it's smart.
Digital,
It's smart that because RRR was such a huge hit. It's very smart to, hey, let's go back to Baahubali because people don't know about that film as well, especially in the US. The second film was a much bigger budget film with all the action. Let's put the origin story together, which was a lower budget film, and just show sort of his how he's grown as a filmmaker too, which is interesting to see, like, go back 10 years to the first film.
This is a great one to introduce American people to Indian films, and I think it's it worked for us. And I think the thing is, it's appealing to American audiences in the way it's made, the style. You're not going to be like, what are they doing? You're not going to be like, this is so weird to me. It's a universal story. It appeals, I think, to everyone who likes film. And like I always say with these films, again, it just shows a real love of film and storytelling.
Rajamouli.
And it's a type of film that's like a love letter to film as a storytelling medium. And what can you do with it? What can you do to tell the story? And this is a great example of someone being able to use every pixel to tell the story. And there's no cheesy, fakey, lazy aspect of it at all. It's 100%.
Well, that's what's so great about Rajamouli is he has these big epic things between RRR and this, is that the people don't get lost in his movies. You care about the people. There's relationships. They're ground. Like we just saw a bunch of people flying through the air, and people. It looked kind of crazy, but you actually get to know each and every one of these people, and you care about them. And that's what's so great is he spends time on the character development and keeping it ground level too, because then you care. Because caring about the people is what makes these movies so great. And that's what's so great about RRR is you really cared about the two main characters.
You can't really get that in the trailer as well. You have to watch the movie. But what you get in the trailer is the big set pieces.
Yeah, you get to see epic shit. I mean, crazy shit. So we have some posters real quick. So this is the kind of intro teaser poster, which I thought was interesting. We have this big, huge, epic, grand scale, but they concentrate on the two close-ups of the two adversaries.
Right.
I thought that was kind of cool. They kept it just two men. Looks like unit shots. They're right in the middle of the action. He's got a bloody forehead, and the other guy looks really fierce. I mean, then you have what's going to be the big cell poster, which is the collage with the big epic sky, and you get to see again. Looks like it's all built with unit shots, but it all looks like cop emotional moments, especially. I can't remember the actor's name. The woman in the middle has one of the most powerful scenes in the movie where she's been like subjugated almost like a slave forever and finally comes into her own, like she escapes.
Yeah.
It's so good. So there's so many great scenes in this movie, and it's not humorless either. There's lots of humor.
Yeah.
Like, it brings a lot, Prabhas helps with that because he's really great at that humanizing and bringing a little weight.
A lot of humanity.
Yeah, he's so great. So highly recommend you guys go out and see this movie. It will get you hooked.
Yeah, and if you want to see spectacle, I mean, you saw just a bit of it in the trailer. You're going to get 5 hours of that, and and it'd be so well worth it to see it in IMAX. Coming out October 29th, but really I think wide release on Halloween. So exciting! I'm glad they're bringing it back.
Me too. I really want to see this on a big screen. It'll be so insane.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Okay. All right, let us know what you guys think. Did you see Baahubali? Is it one of the best? I think.
Oh, and I have this other part of the Cinemondo thingy where I draw logos. I draw alternate logos, and I draw them kind of fast, and then I speed it up. So it takes me about 15 minutes to draw a logo. And I did one for this. You guys want to see it?
Yes.
Yay!
I did a custom logo for Baahubali, the epic. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So cool.
You can actually watch me draw it. Yeah.
Hand drawn logo.
Yeah, it's hand drawn.
That's
love that. Ink on paper, folks.
Not even come close to doing that.
Old school. Love it.
Old school.
So check them out. We're just adding that in. We're going to be rolling out these new logos here and there. It's really fun to watch someone just design something like that. It's very cool. And you wonder, is it going to work? How's it going to look? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of mesmerizing, actually.
I'll let you in on a secret. When it doesn't work, I don't show anybody.
We don't actually film it. We throw it.
There's no erasing.
One that doesn't end well.
Yeah, just tear
I love to see one that's just looks really
away.
bad at the end. You're like, never mind.
Delete. Yeah. No, but I just love doing it, and so that if you want to check those out,
there's a bunch of Rajamouli movies out. Like also Ega, whole different story, whole different weirdness. But definitely look for Rajamouli movies. They all have something great to deliver because the guy is a visionary. You will not regret it. He is a fantastic director. So let us know in the comments. What's your favorite Rajamouli movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.